Parental discretion advised.
Hey everyone, welcome back to What a Story. Today's guest is a newer Hamilton comic, or well, newer to Hamilton. I'm going to screw up his name, so bear with me now. Jade Yurich. Jade, did I get it?
You got it, David. And please don't tell anybody that I moved to Hamilton. What the hell? I told you, dude. I told you. That was the one thing that I said do not bring up, and you brought it up right away. God. And as far as CRA knows and what my government address is, I am 100% a Steeltown
Wrong.
Hamiltonian.
All right. So, Jade, you do comedy. How long you been doing that?
So I've been doing comedy since I was originally like I did my first like live performance of like joke telling when I was 17. My uh grade 12 music teacher asked me to fill time at a at an assembly that we were having like a Christmas concert, and I just went up and basically winged it and did about 20 minutes of roasting my friends. And uh I didn't realize at the time, because I was kind of destined to be a doctor at that point in my life, that this whole entertainment business could be something to do. But that was a high like none other. And then yeah, I mean, I've really been in stand up for like the last 4 or 5 years.
Okay, cool. And what got you into it?
Mostly my wife and I, we went to the Philippines in 2022, and I was just having all these like kind of stranger in a strange land experiences. And she really helped me write down some material. I'd always, considered myself funny, but she really helped me kind of realize a bit more of my voice and figuring out how to sort of get it down. And when I got back from the Philippines back in 2022, I really hit the ground running, found my place at the Comedy Lab in Toronto, was doing mics there every week, and here I am in Hamilton. And I can say, yeah, it's become a huge part of my life and a huge part of finding my voice.
That makes sense. So you do films, or you're in the film industry. What films have you worked on?
Yeah, so I mean, I took film studies at Brock University. I did a 180 switch from starting off in biomedical science. So I was originally supposed to be a doctor. That was my family's dream for me. But then I went to university and smoked way too much crack, and now here I am working in film and television. Some of the films I've gotten to work on, one that I really enjoyed was one called Astronaut, starring Richard Dreyfuss, and got to have a lot of one-on-one with the man, the myth, the legend himself. And he was pretty cool. He was pretty. He was like a history book, like a textbook full of knowledge and full of shit, but loved him nonetheless.
All right, cool. So, Jade, what's your story?
So my story is a kind of a combination of a few stories mixed into one. I've kind of always been the odd man out, and sometimes that meant when I was in university, I was the only guy working at a cafe full of other baristas that were women, or working at Once Upon a Child. I was the only guy they hired there among a bunch of moms and women. My wife is Filipino. I often find myself to be the only white guy in a room full of Filipinos partying. And there was a moment where I was it was early 2025, and I was just looking to get some networking done, and I saw online that there was this networking event for Black creatives, and it was in Toronto, so I ended up going. I wore some of my coolest drips and cool Raptors swag and stuff, and I got there and I realized I was the only white person there, which was fine. There was no disrespect or anything. I was, came in very respectful. I didn't really, it was kind of hard to like just approach people and talk to them. I found like it was a little bit like kind of I was the odd man out. But there was this really beautiful moment where the host of the event was doing like a keynote. And she had mentioned, it's just so nice that we have, an entire room filled with black people here. And then she looked at me and said, well, almost full of black people. And I was like, there's like three white women over there. Okay. Stop making this about me. But yeah, so I mean that was one moment that I thought was kind of awkward and awesome. I got really lucky. A friend of mine, Nathan Griffith, who's a stand-up comedian in Toronto, invited me to Kenny Robinson's workshops at a different book list. And Kenny Robinson is a legend in the Canadian comedy scene. So he was like, you should come. It's a rough place to be. Like people are gonna shit on your shit. So just be ready to take feedback and be able to, not take it too personally. And he's like, but come. And so, I went. And the way it was set up to me was like it was basically just a comedy space where people come in and try out their material and have it workshopped with a man like Kenny Robinson. And I got there, and it was more it I quickly realized that it was comedy classes, free comedy classes, sort of for underserved community like the Black community, where you get free food as well. And naturally, I went there every week from then on. Um, Mostly for the free food, but also for the comedy classes.
Okay.
But there was definitely a feeling among the folks there that I was welcome, but that I was also the reason why white guys like me say the words Bumbaclut and Wagwan. So, treading those waters carefully. But funnily enough, like it's called a different book list. It's an amazing library at Bathurst and Bloor in Toronto, and it's a library that celebrates specifically like Black authors and Black works of literature. I had actually been there once before to film a little documentary piece with a woman I met named Joyce Powell. And Joyce is this older actress, background performer, nurse, personal support worker, perhaps witch, I'm not totally sure, that I met shooting a feature film that I was producing back in 2019. And to be honest, I kind of overlooked her. I had to give her a ride home. She had asked me, "Can you give me a ride to the train?" And I begrudgingly said yes, even though I was producing the thing, was way too busy. But I thought, I'm giving this one person a ride. I should give Joyce a ride too. So
Yeah.
I ended up having her in the back seat of the car, and I was talking to one of the other actors in the production, and I think Joyce could tell like the high levelness of which I was speaking to that other actor, and she kind of reached out afterwards, and yeah, we kind of made a connection. It was she ended up acting in some other stuff that I had produced, and she has this book that she had written called Henrietta Waiting for the World to Change, and it's a sort of an exploration of domestic abuse and the Black female experience, and so
Okay.
she wanted to turn that into a short film, so naturally she asked me to direct it.
So, Jade, what are your social medias?
So you can follow me at Jade Yurich and at Jade Yurich Laughs on Instagram, as well as TikTok and YouTube and Facebook. And on Reddit, I'm at U dash Jade Let's Go. And yeah, I mean, I've been posting a lot of my sets on YouTube, a lot of my reels on Instagram and TikTok and stuff. So yeah, please feel free to follow along with the journey. I also have a feature film Roads that is slated to get shot in 2027. So I really look forward to giving people updates on that as the momentum continues.
All right. Well, thank you, Jade. Thank you for your story. And obviously, I will see you around town.
Thank you for your service to the community, Mr. David DJ Roy, sir.
Thank you.
God. Hello, everybody. It's good to be here. I had my ex-boss pass away, which is unfortunate because I'm currently unemployed. But I thought I could still get a reference letter from her, forge it. It's not like she could say anything. Her funeral's coming up. I think I'm gonna go. It's gonna be a great networking opportunity. Plus, there's gonna be free food. Work in the film industry. Sometimes I shoot weddings. One time I had a terminal bride. I didn't really know how much to charge her. How bad is the cancer? Also, we do typically a 3-month turnaround. She didn't have that kind of time. Anyway, I gave her my rate, but she passed. She went with a different vendor. She did die, though. She beat the cancer. Car crash.